The story of the magic paintbrush tells about Ma Luong, a poor boy who longed to learn how to paint but could not afford even a single brush. Because of his passion and determination, he was given a magical paintbrush. With his talent in the magic brush, Ma Luong helped poor villagers and fought against greedy officials. Let's read this beautiful and meaningful fairy tale together. Once upon a time, in a certain village, there lived a very intelligent boy named Ma Luong. His parents had died early, leaving him to live a lonely life. Every day he went into the forest to gather firewood to survive. Ma Luong loved painting, but his family was so poor that he couldn't even buy a brush. One day, while carrying bundles of firewood to sell, he happened to pass by the gate of a high-ranking official's house. He noticed an artist painting a picture for the official. Fascinated, he moved closer to the window to observe. Boldly, he asked the artist, "Sir, I've loved painting since I was little, but my family is very poor so I can't afford a brush. Could you please give me one?" The official and the artist burst into mocking laughter. "You're poor yet dare to dream of painting? Just stick to your firewood and get out of here." Instead of feeling ashamed, Ma Luong became angry. Why must learning be divided between rich and poor? Does being poor mean I cannot learn to paint? He left after saying that. Even though he was mocked so harshly, Ma Luong did not give up. He was determined to pursue his dream. Every time he went up the mountain to gather wood, he picked up fallen branches and used them to draw animals and landscapes on the ground. When cutting grass by the river, he tied blades of grass together to form a brush, dipped it in water, and painted on rocks. At night, he used charcoal from the stove to draw on the walls of his small house. Thanks to his passion, keen observation, and natural talent, the birds he painted looked as if they could sing, and the fish seemed to swim in clear water. Once, Ma Luong painted a wolf on a cliff so realistically that goats and cattle were too frightened to graze nearby. Seeing his diligence, villagers asked, "Ma Luong, do you work so hard so that one day you can paint for the officials to earn money?" Ma Luong shook his head. "No, sir, I will never use my talent to serve greedy officials. I will paint only for poor people." With his persistence and natural gift, Ma Luong improved day by day. But his dream of having a real brush to paint beautiful ink paintings had not yet come true. He still had to paint with water or on stone. One night, as he drifted into sleep, a bright light filled his house. From that glow appeared an old man with long white hair and a kind gaze. He gave Ma Luong a paintbrush and said, "Ma Luong, I give you this magic brush. With it, you will possess many miraculous powers. But remember your promise. Use it only to help the poor." After saying this, the old man disappeared before Ma Luong could thank him. When he awoke, he thought it had been a dream, until he saw the magical brush in his hand. Overjoyed, he exclaimed, "Wonderful, now I can paint freely." Ma Luong eagerly tested the brush. He painted a bird, and to his amazement, it flew out of the painting and chirped joyfully. He painted a fish, and it turned into a real fish swimming happily. "It truly is a magic brush," he cried. Remembering his promise, he painted tirelessly every day to help the poor. A family lacked a plow, he painted one. They lacked an ox, he painted one. They had no field, he painted a field. One day, he passed a field and saw a thin farmer struggling to pull a plow through hard soil. Feeling pity, Ma Luong painted a strong buffalo for him. A greedy district official heard rumors about Ma Luong's magic brush and ordered soldiers to arrest him. He demanded that Ma Luong paint gold and treasures for him, but the young boy firmly refused. "Even if you kill me, I won't paint for you." Infuriated, the official threw him into a freezing cell without food or water. That night, snow fell heavily and the wind was bone-chilling. The official smugly thought Ma Luong must have died, but when he entered the cell, he was shocked. Ma Luong was warm by a fire, eating delicious cakes he had painted. Enraged, the official sent soldiers to seize the brush, but Ma Luong had vanished, leaving behind only a painted ladder leaning against the wall. Furious, the official ordered his men to chase him, but Ma Luong had already escaped on a swift horse he had drawn himself. To avoid further trouble, Ma Luong fled to a distant village where he made a living painting. To prevent his drawings from becoming real, he intentionally left them incomplete, missing eyes, legs, or wings. One day, he painted a white stork, but a drop of ink accidentally fell onto its eye. The stork came alive and flew out of the painting. News of the boy with miraculous painting abilities spread everywhere. The local official reported to the emperor, and soldiers soon arrested Ma Luong and brought him to the palace. The emperor ordered him to paint whatever he desired. Knowing the emperor was cruel and oppressive, Ma Luong painted a gecko instead of a dragon, and a black crow instead of a phoenix. The